5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can start. Okay, thank you to Nuralisha, our MC for today. So Muhammad Nur Khalif's team will be Group 1 and Rafiza will be Group 2. Right. So we're going to turn the wheel of names. Are you ready? This is to select which team is government and which team is opposition. Okay. Okay. So Group 1 is Muhammad Nur Khalif's team. Your team will be the government team. That means Group 2, which is Rafiza's team, your team will be opposition team. Thank you. Now back to the MC. I believe the same debater will give the reply speech. Yes, proceed, Alicia. Reply speaker will be the same person. No, continue first, Khalif. I will fix the audio after this. Yeah, you continue first.
Not all of us in Malaysia or, or every country in this world will have a good connection to the internet. The people like the people from the countryside always having a problem with internet connection. Sometimes they can't even can still hear you. Okay, alright. Students students do the online learning because of the internet connection problem. The next, the chance of losing focus at school is low. Ah, yes.
If the students have low internet connection, does that mean all of the students need, does that mean school should be open to all the students? Because the low connection is not only Form 5 and 6 are having problem. That's all.
Ask me that the internet connection is not the problem, that school should be open, right? Alright, I will tell you. Not because the internet connection problem, but for the better learning experience, they will have a big exam in their life, which is important in their lifetime. That will impact their future. That's all. I will continue my speech. Students or students in the classroom is not distracted by the other things like at house. At house, students should deal with their house chore or any work that will distract them from learning. This will be this will be and will impact their results. I will continue to my second point. My second point is relieving both teacher and students from being isolated. I believe this because going to school is relieving the students and relieving the stress from being isolated. Because isolated for a long time will cause us a damage to our mental health. It can improve our mental health and will lead us a healthy mental lifestyle. And then it will give us a new hope, normal lifestyle, which is going to school, meet the friends, like we do this before. That's all my point, ladies and gentlemen. Before I end, before I raise my case, I would like as the we as the government team, we believe this motion for students and teachers to get to the normal lifestyle again. Thank you.
Thank you to the Prime Minister of the speech. Now, to introduce the case of the opposition team and present the opposition amendments, we call upon the opposition leader, Siti Nurhafiza binti Jaidi, to present her speech.
Thank you. A very wonderful day I give to the honorable judges who I stand keeper, my and my lovely colleague. The motion for our debate today is that this House believes that school to only Form 5 and 6 students. We agree with the definition, however, with the negative theme, believe that this statement is false. Not only Form 5 and 6 students that need to have face-to-face learning method. Today, as first speaker, I will rebut the first speaker from the opponent teaching to you 2 points, which is online learning bring a lot of problems to teacher and students, and point is to ease teacher's work. Our second speaker will rebut the opponent team point and will be talking to you about it will make the other students become a generation that left behind in education. And our third speaker will rebut the affirmative case and sum up our team
Can you reduce the sound?
case. The first speaker from the affirmative team has tried to tell you that teachers and students better interaction. This is wrong because not because every student need to have better in not only Form 5 and Form 6 students. And next, his second relieving both teachers and students from being isolated. Yeah, you said that it will relieve both teacher and student. But what it have to do with the school should be open for only Form 5 and 6 students. Now I am going to discuss about my 2 points, which is my first point is online learning of problems to teacher and student. As we all can see, school closures due to COVID-19 significant disruptions to education across the world. Most of the students were affected. That we're going to have a big exam soon, but the student on primary and secondary, except Form 5 and 6, online learning is a method that all students and teachers must use during the pandemic to stay connected in class. They use some apps like Google Meet, Zoom, and others to be in class, but it also brings a lot of problems such as connection problems. Not only student Form 5 and Form 6 have to deal with this problem, but teachers too. They will have to stay connected to each other. Like in online class, the students can't hear clearly on what the teacher is saying, but not like in normal class, which everything they can hear clearly. Also, the student will be having hard time to ask the teacher about the thing they didn't understand, as sometimes what they ask doesn't match with the teacher's explanation, so they still can't understand what the lesson is. Based on Eliana Daniel, the chairman of the method committee, it's hard to teach the student mathematics nowadays. The learning should be done face to face because we need to teach the student step they can understand it. This proves why students need to go to school and learn face to face with as to the primary school. How are they able to learn? As we know, primary school students aren't able to learn by themselves as they are still kids. They are immature. Furthermore, they need to be watched more and learn more basic things such as reading, counting, and writing. They are not able to do it by themselves. That's why they need to be in class and be guided by teachers to learn all the basic things. If the school aren't open for all students, how are they going to learn? Because all of this productivity on learning decrease. It can be proved by the result of the new mid-year exam. Based on checkmyresult.com, the statistics of the students' result are decreased by 71% when they are having online learning. The statistics of student result are increasing by 18% when the students are learning face to face. For questions,
Apa yang stuck? Maybe. Jangan share yang lain lah.
walk on class. And it's formulas,
Yes.
not like in all two different that one word. There's not schedule of question making work. All the students at the they also need to make a recap whether the student understand or not because they can't see the student. Student on any they are it the
Hindi siya pilon.
the it
Pilon. It's recording everything.
and student believe in their own autonomy for the student. So I think there is Now, teacher can't give any worksheet, any notes.
Testing. Rafiza. Wait. Rafiza, can you disable your video so that we can hear your voice because your voice is breaking down. Can you hear me, Rafiza? Hello, Rafiza. Your voice is breaking down. We're gonna wait for your line to be okay again before we can uh,
Yeah.
testing. Rafiza, you can disable your video so that we can
Sir?
hear your points because your voice is breaking up. Maybe your internet connection is, uh, is low at the
My
moment.
baby.
Yeah, lagging. Yeah, your voice is lagging. Just disable your video so that we have
Oh,
enough data to hear your voice. Will that be okay?
stop. It's still like this, sir?
Can you keep saying? Keep saying. Say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, disable your video and then present again. Present again from um, start over from the previous minute when you mentioned about your uh,
They use the
start again from the
first one.
first point. Can you start again from
Ah,
the first point?
from the first point,
From the
the
from the example you give in the first point.
example,
Yeah. Okay. This disable your video so
first
that
point with
uh okay.
ah,
Disable your video so that we can hear you better. All right. Okay. Now continue with your first point in the example in the elaboration of the first point. Can you say
first
the
point,
yeah?
the best on sir.
I don't. Can you just say the whole sentence? I mean, what do you have there?
Sir, based on area tadinya, sir, both ceramic of the
When you mention about
based on Eliana Dini, the ceramic
when you talk about the research, you talk about the research just now, right? Yeah. Can you start over from that point? When you talk about the research?
yes.
Okay.
My first point or my second point, sir?
Yeah. Is it your first point just now? Are you in your second point now? Okay. Just continue with the second.
Second point now is my second point
Yeah. Second point. Your first point just now. What is it again?
is it. Ladies and gentlemen, uh, to teacher and students.
Okay. Continue.
Continue to my second point.
Uh,
Read back my first point.
okay. Never mind. Just read your first point from the beginning. Yeah. Because we can hear you better now. So I want to hear your point.
Online learning bring a lot of problems to teacher and students. As we all can see, school closures due to COVID-19 have brought significant disruption to education across the world. Not only students that were going to have a big exam soon, but the students on primary and secondary accept Form 5 and 6 students too. Online learning is a method that all students and teachers must to use during this COVID-19 pandemic to stay connected in class. They use some apps like Google Meet, Zoom, and others to be in class. But sometimes it also brings a lot of problems such as connection problems. Not only students have to deal with this problem, but teachers too. They will have problem to stay connected to each other. Like in online class, the students can't hear teachers with everything they can hear clearly. Also, the students will be having hard time to ask the teacher about the thing they didn't understand, as sometimes what they ask doesn't match with the teacher's explanation. So, they still can't understand what the lesson is. Based on Eliana Daniel, the chairman of the Mathematics Committee, it's hard to teach the students mathematics nowadays. The learning should be done face to face because we need to teach the student step by step so they can understand this group wise student need to go to school and learn face to face with their teacher. As to the primary school, how to learn. As we know, primary school students aren't able to learn by themselves as they are still kids. Furthermore, they need to be watched more and learn more basic things such as reading, counting, and writing. They are not able to do it by themselves. That is why they need to be in class and be guided by teachers so they can learn all the basic things. If the school aren't open for all students, how are they going to learn? Because all of these problems productivity on learning decrease. It can be grouped by the result of the students understanding or not. Because all of these problems productivity on learning decrease. It can be grouped by the result of the mid-year exam based on https://test.myresult.com. The statistic of the students' result are decreased by 71% when they are having online learning. But the statistic of student results are increasing by 80% when the students are learning face to face. Now, let's move to my second point. My second point is to ease teacher work. Ladies and gentlemen, for your information, the most affected on school cultures is teacher. They have to do and prepare many things. First, they have to prepare many tools they need to use while in online classes. For example, mathematics teacher, which needs to buy a tablet board to make the students more understand on how to calculate and use the mathematical formula. Not like in class where all the teaching tools is prepared such as marker pen and whiteboard. Plus, the teacher needs to make and prepare additional notes, module of questions, and do many additional activities. They also need to make and prepare additional paperwork. They also need to make sure all the students to understand the learning. And it's hard to know either the student understand or not because they can't see the student's reaction and the student's voice. They also need to make a report on how the difficulty is because some of the students doesn't attend the class, so they need to find the student and ask the reason of the absence. And if the student can't be in the online classes, if the student can't be in the online classes, the teacher had to make offline assignment and work for the student. So this make the teacher double the work. There's another issue where the teacher can't reach the student at all, so the teacher can't give any worksheets and notes. It makes the students lost in learning. They have to prepare and report many things. Based on https://teachlines.com, 82% of teachers in all around the world agreed that the teacher that teaching on normal class are the best and help teacher communicate with the students easier. No, thank you. So, Mr. Madam Teachers, in conclusion, we the negative thing 100 believe that school should not be open to only Form 5 and 6 students because not only Form 5 and 6 students that need to have face-to-face learning method. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you to the opposition leader for the speech. Now, to rebut all the arguments of the opposition team and present the government team's arguments, we call upon the Deputy Prime Minister Muhafiatul Wajihat bin Muhammad to present her speech.
Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Very wonderful day. I bid to the lovely chairperson, acknowledge my incredible teammates, the opponent team, and last but not least, members of. The motion for our debate today is this House believes that schools should only Form 5 and Form 6 during this pandemic. We, as the government team, strongly and wholehearted motion is true because it will be a new hope for the students and teachers' life back to the normal. Before I put forward with my argument, let me rebut emblematic ideas that came from the first speaker from the opposition team. The opposition leader, we it will bring a lot of problems, so the school should open to all students. This is wrong because it increased the COVID-19 increased the COVID-19 spreading. Um, the more students in the school, so faster the COVID-19 will be spread because too many people at the same time. For example, school opening last year. Last year the cases when the school opened, the case COVID-19 cases suddenly increased because of the school opening. So the school should open for Form 5 and Form 6 only. And he also said that the primary school should open too. I think it is not this wrong because they cannot they cannot follow the SOP because so it is not suitable for them. Mm, that's all. I will explain to you that schools should be open to only Form 5 and Form 6 because in school have better learning interaction and can meet with teachers and other students. Now, let me continue with my argument. Today I will be talking to you one argument. Schools only Form 5 and Form 6 during this pandemic because most students prefer being in the classroom as the sense of learning much clearer because it can enhance teaching in a classroom gives students the opportunity to engage in live discussion, which they are thinking skills to formulate opinions and or arguments. Teachers can also modify based on type of learners in their classroom. Teachers can get a clear idea whether the students are following or they require further explanation. At the same time, students can get their doubts clarified ahead in the topic. Based on the www.education, Professor Miller said that classroom learning enhances quick study, remote learning materials better than the way online learning does. And if Form 5 and Form 6 continue with the online class, the progress will be more slow than whether the students lack of motivation or they have substance a reliable internet connection and access to digital device. It is because they are economically able to afford online learning device. This same time, the online education program learners are relatively unaffected supervision and guidance, while the vulnerable group consisting of students who are weak in learning possibilities, and it will cause the level of academic performance of the students is likely drop. In conclusion, we as the government team strongly and wholeheartedly believe that this motion House believes that schools should be open to only Form 5 and Form 6 during this pandemic will be a new hope for the students and teachers life back to the normal.
Thank you to the Deputy Prime Minister for the speech. Now, to rebut all arguments of the government team and present the opposition team's arguments, we call the opposition leader, Nurai Natasha Binti Roland Alfredo, to present her speech.
A very wonderful day to be to the honorable judge, my lovely colleagues, once our team, and all of my fellow friends. The topic of our debate for today is that this House believes that schools should be open to only Form 5 and 6 students during this pandemic. We, as the executive team, believe that the statement is wrong because not only Form 5 and 6 students that need to have face-to-face learning methods. Alright, moving on to my rebuttal. The second from the affirmative team has tried to tell you that most students prefer to be in the classroom. Yes, including the other students. So that's why we need to open the school during this pandemic not only for Form 5 and 6 students, but also for the others. Next, our first speaker has already stated that online learning can bring a lot of problems to teachers and students. This is because there are a lot of online learning weakness, such as it is hard for certain students to understand what the teachers are trying to explain to them through social media such as Telegram, WhatsApp, and Google Meet. At the end, it is just remain useless for the students that can't understand the lessons in online classes. So that's why it is a rational choice to open school for all of the students during this pandemic. She also said that it can ease teachers' work. This is because if we open the school for all students and started again to study face to face, it can reduce the teachers' work because they only need to focus on the students that at school compared to if we only let 4, 5, and 6 students to go to school, then the teachers should do double works, which are they need to teach the students that at home and the students that at school. So it is a great choice to open school for all of the students as to ease teachers' works. Now moving on to my argument. My argument is by opening school to only Form 5 and 6 students will make the other students become a generation that left behind in education. The particular reason for the circumstance is that online learning weakness is not only happen to Form 5 and 6 students, but it is also happen to all of the students. For example, online learning weakness such as lack of internet connections that happen to some students can make them lose so many lessons that will cause so many bad impacts to your future. Other than that, some of the students cannot understand what the teachers are trying to explain to them through social media such as Telegram, WhatsApp, and Google Meet in online classes, which can make their online classes become useless. These actively demonstrate that all of the students are affected by the pandemic, and obviously all of them should be the priority of your teachers. If the teachers only focus on certain students, which is Form 5 and 6 students, then what will happen? Each topic that we study in each form is related to the topic that we will study in the other form. So, as to sum up everything that has been stated, schools should be opened to all of the students and not only for the Form 5 and 6 students, so that we can avoid the other students from becoming a generation that left behind in education. So, in conclusion, we as the negative team believe that today's motion, this house believes that schools should be opened to only Form 5 and 6 during this pandemic is false. Because we believe that not only Form 5 and 6 students that need to have face-to-face learning method. I think that is all from me. Thank you.
Thank you to thank you to the third speaker. Thank you to the deputy opposition leader for the speech. Now, to rebut all team, we call upon the third speaker from the government team, Muhafifatul Warida binti Muhammad, to present her speech.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very wonderful day I be to the lovely chairperson, the honorable judge, my incredible teammate, adorable opponent team, and last but not least of the floor. The motion for our debate today is this House believes that schools should open from 5 and from 6 during this pandemic. We as the government team strongly and wholeheartedly believe this is true because it will be a new hope for the students. The first people is badly impacted with COVID-19. Every single day, you can observe the news as the cases has spiked up. School is high potential spread of COVID-19 because it is not only the students and the teachers, but they are also the cleaner, security guard, clerk, and more. So the ideas that schools for all students is bad. If the government opened the school just for the Form 5 and Form 6 students, the risk will become low. Yes, because they are immature, it's better if they just continue with the online class because they can follow the SOP. The teachers also have a hard time to manage them if the school is open to the primary students. She said that students, the teachers have to know if they or not if we continue the online class for all students. For this matter, the teacher just needs to give them because she will give them work from their textbook or their practice book. The second speaker also said that we should not open the school for just Form 5 and Form 6 students. As I said before, our country is badly impacted with COVID-19. So we shouldn't open the school for all students because it will make the school crowded and the potential of spread of COVID-19 is high. She also has tried to tell you that the teachers can focus only to the students. Open the school for all the students. For this matter, is also concern of the well-being of the pupils as they potentially contract the deadly virus COVID-19. But how about safety? Do you think this virus is a joke? Our first speaker has tried to tell you that the student learning experience if we open the school for Form 5 and Form 6 students. It is
Slow
because
white, please.
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Ain, I think you need to turn on your mic. Ain, your mic is not on.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
Hello? Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Everybody, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you just fine, Ain. Continue with
What,
your POI.
okay, I'm giving the POI. What about the What about the Form 5 and 6 students? They are human too. What about their safety?
Yes, but according to your opinion, we should open to the all students. So what is
What about the Form 5 and 6 students? They
yes, they are
human
human,
too.
but I think they are made here to follow the SOP. That's all. I continue with my with my argument. With the internet connection problem, as there are some students from the rural areas. So the students' chance of losing focus is low. It will improve their result. By the result of CJ Pelajaran Malaysia SPM 2020 recorded better candidates in 5 years. As we know, they also opened the school for Form 5 and 6 students. So why don't we agree this year? Said that it will relieving for both teachers and students from being isolated for a long time. Our country encourages its citizens only to go out unless it's necessary. According to mentalhealth.com, isolation being proven to cause severe mentally and emotionally burden both. So opening the school will improve their mental health. Our second speaker has tried to tell you that most students prefer being in the classroom as the safe class. It is because the students is easier to formulate their opinions in classroom discussion with their friends if they didn't understand about the lesson. The teachers is their idea to give further explanation to their students. And we we as the government team strongly and wholeheartedly believe because it will be a new hope for the students and teachers life back to the normal.
Thank you to the third speech. The debate is getting more and more heated. Now, to rebut all the arguments of the government team, speaker from the opposition team, Maisara Kudra binti Masri to present her speech.
Tess, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
A very wonderful day I bid to the honorable judges, wise timekeepers, chairperson, my beloved clique, the opponent teammates, teachers, and my fellow friends. Our motion today is this House believes that school should be open only for Form 5 and 6 during this pandemic. We, as the opposition teams, 100% believe that this motion is false. Because not only Form 5 and 6 students have to face-to-face learning method. First, I will do my button. The first speaker of the government team tell us about teacher and student will have better study interactions at school. The student that don't have enough technology and having a line connection problem. They can't do online learning. They will have a big exam which is important for their lifetime and future. This is wrong because what about other students who also do not have technology facilities? They will miss many lessons. Having a line connection problem is not just arise to Form 5 and 6 only. Other students also having a same problem. If we train the early generation towards excellence, country can produce many excellent students. They also need a better future. That is why we need to give opportunities to students other than Form 5 and 6. He also tried to tell us that going to school can relieving stress, can damage our mental health, the mental. According about going to school can relieving stress, this is wrong because according to HashUnitedBreaks.my said that 75% students have been bullying and caused them to suicide. That's improved that not 100% going to school can relieving stress. Besides, you said going to school to a healthy mental. How about other students? Form 1, Form 2, 3, and Form 4. If you said like that, should they be left to suffer with mental problems at home? That's not the way to overcome mental problems. Next, the second speaker of the government said most students prefer being in the classroom. This is wrong because, as she said, most students prefer to study in class. That means other students, other than Form 5 and 6 also want and prefer and a comfortable studying in class. So, all students need to go to school. If they have a big exam or not, the comfort of the students to study is important. As the third speaker, it is my job to sum up my teammates' points. Our first speaker tried to tell us about online learning bring a lot of problems to teacher and students.
Yeah,
According
I
to
heard.
https www.unicef.org. Yes.
You said that the other students other than to comfortable in class too. But what if they get infected by comfortable too?
Thank you. Thank you. Well, how about and Form 6 at school? They cannot be infected to the virus. Thank you. I will continue my sum up. Our first speaker tried to tell us about online learning bring a lot to teacher and students. According to https www.unicef.org, online learning bring a lot of problems bring a lot of problems to a teacher, and the truth is, from the student's perspective, for many students, online learning is only a formality and not a real substitute for learning. Sometimes, teacher only share material and work to students without teaching it. This is maybe because some teachers also have their own problems with online learning that very hard to control, such as they need serious preparation to use online tools and platform. It's clearly give them a problem in online learning. She also tried to tell us about it will ease teaching work. As I said, also need serious preparation to use online tools and platform. They are all aware that if they want to improve the quality of education, they need a better use technologies. Besides, some teachers do not know how to use technology equipment or are not good at creating online classes, such as the use of Google Classroom, or create their own links for students to attend Google Meet and so on. Our second speaker tried to tell us about, as she tried to say, online learning problems do not only arise for Form 5 and 6 students. It is also for Form 2, Form 3, and Form 4. Although Form 5 and Form 6 are the only students that have a big exams, that doesn't mean other students can get to face learning with the teacher. If all students are given the opportunity to study in school, which is a more pleasing way, the country can produce more excellent students because online learning clearly bring a lot of problems to all sides, even more to the teacher than the student. Only adds stress and increases laziness among students. Overall, then we as the opposition team believe that our motion today, this House believe that school should be open only for Form 5 and 6 during this pandemic is false. I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you to the third speaker from the opposition team for speech. You have finished speeches.
Guys, you time 3 minutes, yeah? Watch the time.
Okay, sir.
Okay. I need to drink water. Belum, masih tengah dorang buat prepare speech, final speech. 3 minit. Jadi saya tidak dapat B dan tidak berapa bagus. Hmm, apa dengar tadi? Double share tu link. Hmm. Ada buat tapi saya tidak dapat share sama you. Unlisted saja. Itulah saya dapat share link. Inilah lepas habis. Oh, dan Baru lagi nih. Dapat session sekarang. Jangan kecil hati ah.
Without further ado, we will invite Nur Ain Natasha binti Roland Alfredo from the opposition team to present her reply speech.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. A very wonderful day I bid to the Honorable Judge, my lovely clique, wise opponent team, and all of my fellow friends. The topic of our debate for today is that this House believes that schools should be opened to only 4, 5, and 6 students during this pandemic. We, as the negative team, believe that the statement is wrong because not only Form 5 and 6 students that need to have face-to-face learning method. Alright, moving on. First of all, let me give you a quick summary of our arguments. My first speaker said that, wait, said that online learning can bring a lot of problems to teachers and students. She also has said that it can ease teachers' works. And I has said that it will make the other students become a generation that left behind in education. Alright, moving on. They said that teacher and students will have better interaction, and our team has crumbled it by saying that not only Form 5 and 6 students that have better students that need to have better interaction. They also said that both teacher and students that this can really relieving both teacher and students from being isolated. And my team has crumbled it by saying that it will relieve both teachers and students, but what it has to do with the schools should be opened for only Form 5 and 6 students. Alright, we should win because our arguments are pretty convincing and we have crumbled all of your arguments wisely. And they should lose because their arguments are not focusing on Form 5 and 6 students that need to go to school during this pandemic, and they are just keep on giving general points such as most of the students prefer to be in classroom, and actually indirectly they are just their points are not helping their group to win this debate. Before I end my words, we we as the the negative team believes that today's motion, this house believes that schools should be open to only Form 5 and 6 students during this pandemic should be rejected because we believe that not only Form 5 and 6 students that need to have face-to-face learning method. I think that is all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Fly Speech. Next, we will invite Muhammad Nur Khalif bin Kamsaini from the government team to present his replies.
Alright, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening to everyone. Now let me wrap up our debate and came to the conclusion. We, the government team, have three strong points, which is the first, I, the Prime Minister, state the first point. Teacher and student will have a better learning interaction. I believe this is true because teacher and student will have a better learning experience with interaction. Especially with Form 5 and Form 6 students. Because they will have an important exam like SPM and STPM, which will impact their future. They also don't have to deal with the internet connection problem, which has become common in online classes, which distract them from learning. And then moving to to government second point, which is relieving both teacher and students from being isolated for a long time. We believe this is true because will damage our mental health. With a bad mental health, it will impact our own body health too. And then our second speaker give our third and last point, which is most students prefer being in the classroom, and we believe this is true because students were more likely to learn in the classroom than online classes because in online classes they will distract by many other things such as video game, handphone, social media, and the other things, and then and that will impact later. Moving on, the opposition team, the opposition leader has tried to tell that online learning will bring a lot of problems to students and teachers. I believe this is not true because Form 1 until Form 4 was suitable for learning at online classes
Because
because they don't have major exams at their time, and that is not crucial for them. Next, she also said that online classes burden the teachers. I don't believe this is true because that is teachers' responsibility to teach the students. Before I rest my case, I would like to state that we believe this motion will be a new hope for students and teachers to get to the normal lifestyle again. Thank you.
Thank you for the reply speech. Ladies and gentlemen, the verbal war has been fought and the battle of words has run its course. Time for the judge to reach their decision.
Faiz, I will message you. I will message.
Okay, but Alicia will be announcing.
Okay, I will give the oral adjudication first. Yeah. Testing. Can you hear me? Testing. Can you hear me? Hello. Okay. Before I pass this to the MC for the announcements of the result, let me give some comments on today's debate. Yeah. First of all, thank you very much for all of your participation tonight. I know it's very difficult. It's a long journey to get to this point. Even though this is online debate, we did everything online. We did discussion online. But I have to applaud everybody for being able to participate. It's not easy, but you have done a great job. Whatever the result is, I hope you will be happy with yourself because in my eyes, everybody here in this group is the winner, right? Because you have managed to overcome all of the online internet connection problems. We can still do our debate as normal, even though we have some technical problems, but we have already achieved our objectives. Okay, first of all, the motion before the House today, this House believes that schools should be open to only Form 5 and Form 6 students during this pandemic. The biggest issue of this motion is why why is it that we want to open the schools only to Form 5 and Form 6? That is the biggest issue. Why don't we open the school to other forms or even primary schools? So if you are debating on this topic, you really have to talk about um, why. Okay, talk about the reasons why, or the reasons why you should accept this motion, or the reason why you should reject this motion. The focus is the word only. Yeah. Why do we have to accept only Form 5 and Form 6 students to go to school? Okay, so that's why when I judge teams, I will look at your points regarding this matter. Okay, so for government, your burden of proof that you have is why don't you want to open the school to other students? Yeah, why don't you want to open this the school to Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, and Form 4? You have to really give reasons on that. Okay, and we know that in debate we have two types of debate. The first one is policy debate. Second one is value debate. When you talk about values, you talk about your belief as a human being, but the positive moral values and negative moral values. I mean, negative values. Okay, you talk about these two things. For example, the previous debate that we had, it was about uh, value debate. Okay, but this one is more on policy debate. You have to really know what is the policy of the government right now regarding the pandemic. Okay, so that's why it is really important for you to know the current government's policy about school reopenings. You need to do some research on what are the rules and regulations that have been set by the government um, to open the school, and that will give you some very important points that you can discuss. Yeah, I feel that it's really important for the opposition team as well to challenge the policy of the government when you talk about school reopenings, not only to Form 5 and 6, but other forms as well. You have to challenge. You have to provide a better policy, yeah, regarding the school reopening. Okay, now for government team, I like it when you mention about as You want to open the school to only Form 5 and 6 because they will sit for the public examinations, which are SPM and STPM, and you talk about the impact to their future. Uh, I really think that you need to focus more on that because that's a very good point. That answers the, the issue of the debate. Why only Form 5 and Form 6? Because obviously they have SPM and STPM. The second thing is I like when you mentioned about the rate of spread of COVID-19 will increase when you open, uh, the school to other forms. That's why only Form 5 and 6. And it will be a lot better if you can talk about, because you mentioned about the Form 5 and Form 6, which can adhere to the strict SOP provided to ensure the safety of the students. The Form 5 and Form 6 are more mature. You mentioned about that in your one statement just now. If you can really elaborate on that, that will give a big impact to your team. Of course, it will give you a winning point. Yeah. For opposition, your burden is because you said that the motions should be the motion today is false. It's not the motion which is false. The motion should be rejected. The motion is correct. Yeah, the motion is correct. It is debatable. We can debate on the motion. It is just that whether or not you huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, wait okay, yeah, give a clap. I don't have to clap with me. So okay, can you see the certificate? If you know how to screenshot, you can screenshot on your. Wait need to open something else. Wait a minute. Okay, before that, before we end, thank you so much, everybody. Congratulations to both teams, the the first place winner and the first runner up. Okay, it's just a matter of blessing, yeah. But both of you, I mean, both of the teams have done well in the debate. Okay, so I really like to appreciate all of your hard work in this debate. Okay, wait, let me. All right, so we count now. We count one, two. Wait. Look at the camera. One, two. Wait. My line isn't so good. I cannot see your face. Once again. I cannot see your face. It's all blank. Okay, once again. One, two. Once again, I will need to wait for everybody to open the camera. One, two, three. Once again. Once again. One. Why is it? Why is the video gone? I mean, your face. I can't see everybody. Okay, never mind. Can you help me snap the photo? You guys help me snap the photo. I can I can see your video. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You snap the photo or maybe I just use my phone. I can see your video. I can see your face. Again, open the video please. Maisara Muhafifatul Wajiha Warida Ain. I can't see your video. I mean, I don't see anybody. What's wrong? Khalif? Where is Khalif? Khalif is gone.
He left.
I also already opened my camera.
Okay, already. Okay, thank you very much for.
Khalif has left, sir.
It's okay. I think he lost his connection. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, later I will message you. Just get ready for the district level. Okay, both of the teams will be involved. Huh? Okay, this I will I have a news for you. This is the news. Um, in the district level, we need if yeah if the number of participating schools are odd numbers, meaning if we have only three or five or seven schools participating in the district level, or even only nine, we will need a shadow team. Shadow team means the team that has to complete all the teams to become an even number. Okay? So if we need a shadow team, the the first runner up will have to participate. That means you will become participants for the district level. Yeah. Even though I mean that's why I said blessing is not important. If we need a shadow team in the district level, that means your team will go to the district level as well. I mean for Khalif's team. Yeah. So for now, the, the first place winner will go for the district level competition. But if we need a shadow team, the first runner up will have to join the district level too. Yeah. And Faiz as well as Alicia, we still need you for district level. Yeah. Just just get ready. District level will be somewhere in the early of October. Yeah. Okay, that's all for tonight. Assalamualaikum. Thank you very much for your hard work. Thank you, Faiz. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, Wajiha, Warida, Khalif, Maisara, Ain Natasha, and Rafiza. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Thank you to you too, sir.
Yeah.
Waalaikumsalam.
Apa aku buka